Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to welcome you all to this press conference as BK Group PLC presents its reviewed financial performance for the half year of 2025. My name is Bob Rutaringwa and I will be moderating this press conference. With us today is BK Group CEO, Dr. Uzziel Ndagijimana, Bank of Kigali CEO, Dr. Diane Karusisi, and BK Group Head of Finance, Ange Niranyibagirwa, who will take us through the financial results. We also have with us Acting MD of BK Capital, IV Hesse. And after the presentation, we will have a Q&A session. So we encourage our media partners to share with us your questions so that our panelists can respond to them. Now, without further ado, allow me to invite BK Group CEO for your opening remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. Dear members of the media, once again, I welcome you to our regular quarterly press conference. And thank you for making the time to join us for today's announcement of BK Group financial results for the first half of this year, 2025. I believe you have received a comprehensive press release that we have shared earlier. So we'll be brief in our presentations to leave enough time for questions. So I'm pleased to highlight key consolidated financial results of BK Group for the first half of this year. As you have noticed, by the end of June 2025, BK Group achieved a net profit of 51.9 billion Rwandan francs, equivalent to $36.4 million US, which represents an increase of 8.6% compared to the same period of last year. And this was a result of both growth in revenues across business activities, but also in cost containment. Total assets increased by 4.9% in this period, from 2.5 trillion Rwandan francs to 2.6 plus trillion Rwandan francs. And shareholders' equity increased by 10.1% from 438 billion to 482 billion Rwandan francs. With regard to lending and deposits, net loans increased by 15.7% from 1.4 trillion Rwandan francs to 1.6 plus trillion Rwandan francs, and deposits increased by 5.9% from 1.66 trillion to 1.7 trillion. These are round figures. In terms of key profitability metrics, our return on average equity was 22.5%, and return on average assets was 4%. So our first half of the year was marked by a strong growth momentum, underpinned by disciplined execution and focus on our strategy implementation, as well as synergies within the group. Our result was also supported by a good macroeconomic environment of Rwanda, with a high growth of 7.8% achieved in Q1 this year, an average inflation January-June of 6.7%, and a moderate Rwanda franc depreciation against USD of 3% from January to June. With these key highlights, I would like to invite my colleague CEO of Bank of Kigali, our largest subsidiary and the main driver of these results, to give some more details on the bank's performance. I thank you. I know you will ask me to put it in Kinyarwanda. Is it still a request, or we can move? Okay, so let's handle this first. Nkuko dusanga tubikora buri gihembwe tutangaza umusaruro wa BK Group, akaba nabyo turimo uyu munsi. Dushaka kubagezaho umusaruro w'amezi 6 no kw'icya kabiri cy'uyu mwaka, kuva mu kwezi kwa mbere kugeza mu kwezi kwa gatandatu k'uyu mwaka. Akaba ari igihe cyagenze neza, inyungu ya groupe yose yiyongere ku gipimo cy'8.6%, iva kuri miliyari 47.8 mu mwaka ushize, igera kuri miliyari 51.9 y'amafaranga y'u Rwanda, ubwo na iki gihe cy'amezi 6 gusa. Turimo gukora ku gihe gisigaye, ubwo dusoza umwaka tuzabagezaho umusaruro mbumbe w'umwaka wose. Umutungo rusange muri amezi 6 nawo wazamutseho ugereranyije n'igihembwe cy'amezi 6 y'umwaka washize ho 4.9%, uva kuri miliyari 2,521 igera kuri miliyari 2,644. Amafaranga agurizwa abakiriya yariyongereye, yavuye kuri miliyari 1,454 agera kuri miliyari 1,682 y'amafaranga y'u Rwanda. Naho amafaranga abakiriya babitsa deposit nayo yariyongereye ho 5.9%, ava kuri miliyari 1,641 n'ubwa trillions kugera kuri miliyari 738 muri aya mezi 6. Ibi rero byagezweho mu kunoza imicungire y'ibigo byose bigize BK Group, bishyira mu bikorwa ingamba zigiye ziciriritse, ariko no kongera ubufatanye n'imikoranire hagati ya company zigize group, ariko nanone bishinashingiye ku bukungu bw'igihugu bwitwaye neza. Nk'uko mubizi, ubukungu bwacu bukomeje kuzamuka ku gipimo cyiza. Igihembwe cya mbere bwazamutse kuri 7.8%, kandi ibindi bipimo by'ubukungu byose bihagaze neza, ku buryo biduha amahirwe yo kuzamura no guteza imbere ibikorwa byacu ndetse na serivisi z'imari muri rusange. Nkaba rero ngira ngo ntumire umuyobozi mukuru wa banki ya Kigali kugira ngo abagezeho mu buryo burambuye ibyagezweho na banki by'umwihariko, kuko ari ifite n'uruhare runini cyane mu musaruro rusange wa group. Murakoze.
Thank you, Group CEO. I think he's pretty much said it all. I'll be very brief. As Dr. Ozial said, the group and the bank have continued to grow at pace, in line with also the high growth that our economy is experiencing. I think Q1 GDP growth was at 7.8%, and we see, with the activity we see in the market, we believe that we'll continue to see high economic growth next quarters of the year. So as Dr. Ozial said, our net loans have increased by 15.7%. And this is across all our segments. In the corporate segment, these are large loans. I can talk about projects like Zaria Court that was recently launched, the Wujesera Special Economic Zone, which was also recently launched, and of course the Wujesera Airport, which remains a big project, probably one of the largest projects in this country. And Bank of Kigali is a partner and a lender to these projects. But more so, I think I want also to talk about the growth of our lending business in the SME segment, which has grown quite significantly, over 20% year on year, and our agribusiness segment that continues to outgrow even other sectors with a growth of our portfolio of 33% year on year. It's still a small base, but we believe that we want to see our agribusiness portfolio reflect the importance of the agriculture sector in our economy. Retail banking has also been growing steadily, and this is why we are able to report positive performance for the first half of the year. On deposits, we have a growth of 6.1%. We are focusing on what we call CASA, current account and savings accounts, most importantly in local currency, because our lending business is mainly in local currency. And something that probably Dr. Ozial didn't say much is the disciplined execution of our strategy, where our operational expenses, our costs, are almost flat year on year, despite the RSSB pension increases, despite what we know, how costs are escalating in the markets. We are trying to be efficient and disciplined in the way we manage our organizations, not only the bank, but also other subsidiaries. And that's why we are able to report a positive profit before and after tax. So that's what I can say. We can see, and probably the investors and observers have seen lending rates coming down slightly. I think this is very good for the economy, as our clients have been enjoying lower lending rates. But most recently, the inflation rate has started to escalate again, and you've also followed that last week, the central bank increased slightly the central bank rates to 6.75%. We don't expect rates to increase. We believe that the rates environment has been quite stable, and we believe that our clients will be able to enjoy rates between 14 to 16%, which we believe is affordable compared to other markets in the region. I think, on our projects, on our strategy, we have three themes. The first one is customer centricity, and we want to be closer to our customers. We have a number of initiatives that we've launched in this first half, and this includes training more our staff on product knowledge, so they're able to sell our products to customers. The second theme in our strategy is digital transformation. We've kept improving the way people transact on our digital channels, and we'll see more coming in the remainder of the year. And finally, the final theme of our strategy is sustainability. We have a new ESG strategy, and the bank is now going to enter climate finance, and we believe that is also going to complement very well our other activities in lending. So that's what I could say on the bank, and I look forward to the Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CEOs. Now, allow me to also invite BK Group, Head of Finance, for a deeper dive into the financials.
from 47.8 same period last year. This represents a growth of 8.6% year on year. So the total operating income achieved 131.6 billion in the first half of the year 2025, from 126.6 same period last year, which represents a growth of 4% year on year. So this growth was mainly fueled by a net interest income, which grew from 91.8% to 103 billion, representing a growth of 12.2% year on year. So the growth of actually on net interest income was actually derived from the loan book growth of 231 billion, combined also with the decreased interest expense driven by the cost of funding improvement through the reduction and replacing of term deposit, which also reduced by 51.2 billion Rwandese francs year on year. So the cost of fund, as a result, also has improved by 30 BPS, from 3.4% in 2024 December to 3.1% in June 2025, hence impacting the interest expenses. So on non-funded income, which represent other line of bank business income, which is also different from the interest expense, it has decreased actually by 17.7% year on year due to the fee concession resulting actually from the stiff competition on the market. And last year also we had a one-off fee, not repeating 2025, which amounts to 2.5 billion. So it's, however, important to note that other income from BK Group subsidiaries, which is BK Insurance, BK Tech, BK Capital, they continue to make a good contribution to the total portfolio for the group, with a total operating income impact of 11.6 billion in June 2025 from 10.3 billion same period last year. This represents a growth of 13.5% from the contribution made by the subsidiary on the total group portfolio. So on operating expenses, like Dr. Diane said, we are almost on par because of the continued effort actually to minimize cost while supporting actually the bottom line, which is actually the net profit. This is also supported by the ECR, which is actually the loss provision made on non-performing loan, which is improved actually this year compared to last year by 28.6%, and it was driven mainly by the credit quality, which also reflected the reduced provision year on year. So the NPA ratio stood at 3.25 by end of June 2025. On balance sheet, I think that has been said, but the total asset of the group has grown by 4.9%, which was also driven by the loan growth, which grew by 15.7% on net basis. The loan growth was financed mainly from the growth in deposit, which grew by 5.9% year on year. So looking at the ratios, so the bank ratio actually continued to maintain a good health. So it's starting from the return on asset. Its return on asset actually stands at 4.1% in the first half of year 2025 from 4% 2024. Return on equity stand at 26% from 25.9%. The cost of fund, as I said, actually improved from 3.4 in 2024 December to 3.1 in June 2025. Loan yield, however, felt some pressure because of the condition of the market, the competition. It decreased actually from 14.7 to 13.8 year on year. The cost of credit, which resulted actually from the loss provision made on our loans, has improved from 2.4 and now stand at 1.4%. So the bank is fully compliant with all liquidity ratio, including LCR and NSFR, both which are well above the minimum regulatory requirement of 100%. The bank is well capitalized with the capital adequacy ratio of 20.8%, which exceed both the minimum regulatory requirement of 15% as well as actually the internal requirement, which is 18%. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ange. Thank you very much, CEO Diane, and thank you very much, CEO Uziel. I think we now get into a time where we interact with our media partners. So we will start, I think, on my right. Yeah, your name, media house, and then the question and who is it directed to. Thank you.
Murakoze, nitwa Placide Ngirinshuti, nkorera RBA. Ndabaza ikibazo cyanjye umuyobozi wa banki ya Kigali Dr. Diane kubirebana n'inguzanyo. Ni byiza inguzanyo zariyongereye zahawe abakiriya banyu, ariko tunarebye wenda mu rwego rw'ibigo bito n'ibiciriritse ndetse n'abari mu rwego rw'ubuhinzi, turifuza kumenya icyo mutekereza kugira ngo aya mafaranga akomeze yongere anazamure izi nzego, cyane cyane ko byagaragaye ko arizo zifitiye akamaro kanini ubukungu bw'igihugu. Hanyuma ikindi ndakibaza Dr. Uziel kirebana n'inyungu cyangwa se urwunguko rwa BK Group rwariyongereye biragaragara, ariko mwatubwiye ko bituruka ku miyoborere myiza y'ikigo muri rusange. Turifuza kumenya ikindi kitari imiyoborere myiza cyangwa se iyo miyoborere myiza niba mubona koko bihagije kugira ngo mukomeze mugire iyo nyungu ikomeze zamuke. Murakoze.
Murakoze ku kibazo mumbajije. Nibyo koko ibigo binini nibyo bibona amafaranga y'inguzanyo menshi muri iki gihembwe cya kabiri cy'umwaka. Ibigo binini byabonye amafaranga angana na trillion imwe n'igice kimwe. Urebye ibigo bito n'ibiciriritse bo babonye inguzanyo zigera kuri miliyari 240. Abantu ku giti cyabo, abantu bashaka kwiteza imbere, kugura amazu n'amamodoka etc., abo babonye inguzanyo zigera kuri miliyari 313. Hanyuma ibigo byo mu buhinzi nibo babona makeya kugeza ubu ngubu, ariko iyo urebye ukuntu bigenda byiyongera biduha icyizere ko no mu myaka iri imbere abantu bari mu buhinzi bazabona amafaranga menshi. So abantu bari mu buhinzi, banki ya Kigali kugeza ubu yabageneye miliyari 95. Gahunda yacu kugera umwaka utaha 2026 turashaka gutanga miliyari 150 mu bantu bari mu buhinzi. Turi mu nzira nziza. Umwaka ushize twari muri miliyari 60, ubu ngubu murumva ko tugeze kuri miliyari 95. Umwaka utaha gahunda dufite no kuzagera kuri miliyari 150. Dufite gahunda twashyizeho, dufite n'abantu bazi umwuga w'ubuhinzi n'ubworozi badufasha kugira ngo begere abaturage n'abantu bafite business ziri mu buhinzi n'ubworozi. Turabona ko biri gutanga umusaruro mwiza, kandi umwaka utaha nitukorana tuzabwira ko twamaze kurenga miliyari 100 mu nguzanyo zitangwa mu buhinzi no mu bworozi. Nibyo navuga. Hari izindi gahunda dufite kugira ngo n'abantu ku giti cyabo babone inguzanyo mu buryo bworoheje bifashishije telefone. Hari gahunda dukorana n'ibigo by'itumanaho ku buryo abantu bashobora kubona inguzanyo ntoya yo gushora muri business mu buryo bwihuse cyane. Nabyo bizatuma bigera ku bantu benshi kandi bituma n'iterambere rikomeza kugira umuvuduko mwiza. Murakoze. Nibyo koko navuze ku buhinzi cyane kuko ariho dukiri hasi. Nta nubwo ari muri banki ya Kigali gusa, ni mu rwego ry'amabanki yose mu Rwanda. Ku bigo bito n'ibiciriritse twavuze tuvuga ko tugeze kuri miliyari 240. Gahunda yacu dufite ni ukugera uyu mwaka turashaka kugera kuri miliyari 270. Ndabona ko ari improvement igaragara. Umwaka utaha turashaka kugera kuri miliyari 350. Twumva ko bishoboka, cyane cyane ko dufite abantu b'inzobere bamaze iminsi bakorana n'ibyo bigo. Hari na gahunda yihariye yo gukorana na business ziyobowe n'abadamu, nayo izatuma inguzanyo zitangwa ku bigo bito n'ibiciriritse zikomeza kuzamuka. Murakoze.
Murakoze cyane CEO Diane. Nagira ngo Oh, sorry about that. Yes, please go ahead, CEO.
Placide, wabaje n'ikibazo kijyanye naho uyu musaruro uturuka, ibyakozwe kugira ngo tuzamure umusaruro. Uvuga ko twavuze cyane imiyoborere myiza, kibazo niba nta bundi buryo bwakoreshejwe. Ariko imiyoborere myiza ni ikintu kigari cyane gikuyemo ibintu byinshi. Ariko winjiyemo imbere ni byinshi Dr. Diane yanabivuze. Dufite ingamba zo kwagura ibikorwa, cyane cyane twikoresheje ikoranabuhanga kugira ngo tugere ku bakiriya benshi kandi bidahenze cyane. Ubu serivisi zagiye zitangwa zirimo kwaguka zijyanye n'ikoranabuhanga kugira ngo abantu benshi bashobore gukoresha serivisi biboroheye bakoresheje telefone, haba mu kwishyura, haba gukora ubundi buryo, gusaba inguzanyo, gufungura konti n'ibindi. Ibyo birimo kwaguka kandi biragenda byongera umubare w'abakiriya ndetse n'ubucuruzi. Ikindi, hari ibyiciro nk'uko wari ukibajije kandi byasobanutse, kitaragerwaho na serivisi z'imari ku buryo bugaragara, ku buryo nka Banki ya Kigali imaze gukora byinshi mu kugera ibigo biciriritse, mu kwegera abari mu mwuga w'ubuhinzi, bahinga cyangwa bakora n'ibikorwa bijyanye n'ubuhinzi. Uburyo ibice byombi, yaba inguzanyo ndetse n'amafaranga bitarimo birazamuka ku buryo bwihuse cyane. Gusa biraturuka ku gipimo cyo hasi, ku buryo umuvuduko ubwawo utaduha igipimo twifuza cyose. Ariko urebye mu myaka 2 ishize, ushyizeho n'ibitega mu mwaka utaha, bifite umuvuduko uri hejuru nk'uko Dr. Diane bivugaga. Ikindi ni ukunoza serivisi. Ngira ngo nicyo yanahereyeho. Strategy ya mbere yose ni gutanga serivisi nziza, kwegera abakiriya. Ibyo bigamije kugira ngo tugumane abakiriya dufite kandi twongere n'abashyashya tugiye no ku bandi, kubera ko bishimiye serivisi. Ikindi navuga ni n'ubufatanye hagati y'ibigo byacu uko biruzuzanya. Nk'ubu dufite ikigo cy'ubwishingizi, nacyo gifite umwanya wa mbere mu bwishingizi bw'ubuhinzi. Uko tuzamura inguzanyo zijya mu buhinzi no kugira abakiriya b'abahinzi bakora umwuga w'ubuhinzi n'abacuruzi by'ubuhinzi n'abafite inganda, bwaba kubitsa hako no kubaguriza, dufite na serivisi y'ubwishingizi. Ibyo rero byuzuzanye byose bizamura umusaruro wa groupe ihuriyeho n'ibyo bigo. Hari byinshi, ariko rero none ibyo bishoboka kubera ko n'ubukungu muri rusange bumeze neza nk'uko nawe twabihereyeho, kandi dufite amahirwe ko dufite ubukungu bwifashe neza, buzamuka ku gipimo cyo hejuru. Bituma rero natwe tubona iyo isoko ryiza dukoreramo business yacu. Ni byinshi hakuyemo ibintu byinshi, ariko ushatse kubihuza hamwe mu by'ukuri n'imicungire n'imiyoborere, ariko harimo ibyo byiciro byose nk'uko nari maze kwivuga. Murakoze.
Murakoze cyane CEO Uziel. Twakire ikindi kibazo. Hari undi muntu ufite ikibazo?
Murakoze. Nitwa Abdul Taribu, nkorera Kigali Today. Ikibazo cyanjye ndakibaza Dr. Uziel. Ah, buri gihembwe nibaza ko hari target cyangwa intego mwiha bigendeye ku rwunguko mwari mwaragize mu gihembwe cyabanje. Nabazaga mubonye urwunguko mwagize muri iki gihembwe, niyo target mwari mwarihaye biri ku kihe kigero, niba atariyo ho bimeze bite, mutubwire noneho na the way forward mugendeye kuri uru rwunguko.
nibyo tugira dukorera ku ntego, nta nubwo ari urwunguko gusa, tugira intego nyinshi ku bikorwa bitandukanye, haba ari kuzamura amafaranga yinjira mu bigo, haba ari kongera umubare w'abakiriya, haba ari ukongera ibikorwa bitangwa, serivisi zitangwa hakoreshejwe ikoranabuhanga, haba ni byinshi biba biri byinshi, kandi byose tugenda tugukurikirana nyine uko bishyirwa mu bikorwa. Hari intege nke tugafata ingamba zo kubikosora ku buryo tugera ku mwaka tugeze ku ntego, akenshi turanazirenza. Ariko ku rwunguko nyirizina kugira ngo tubahe imibare nyayo.
Urwunguko nyirizina rwari rwateganyijwe, twari twateganyije miliyari 50.2, twagize 51.9, ari byo bivuze ko twarengejeho 3.4%.
Thank you.
My name is Alice Mutesi. I work for the New Times. I have two questions. The first question is for the CEO of Bank of Kigali. I want to ask, we've heard from my fellow colleague from RBA, beyond just profits, I want to know, how does BK measure the real impact, the social and economic impact of its financing to SMEs, especially agriculture, as you said. Also, my second question goes to the CEO of BK Group. I want to know, in general, the next priorities for the rest of the year, as well as expectations. Also considering the fact that you say that the economy of Rwanda is growing, I want to hear the next priorities. Thank you.
Thank you, Alice. This is a very good question. And for the first time ever, BK is going to issue the comprehensive sustainability report that shows how our business is having impact on our communities. So we will be reporting the loans that are given by the bank, their results into livelihoods, jobs, into exports, etc. So this is something that we'll be reporting. As part of our sustainability report, we'll also show how the business we do is impacting better gender balance and equity. So this is also going to be part of our sustainability report. And finally, we'll be looking at climate change, how the business we are doing, in particular in agriculture, in mobility. These are the main sectors that were singled out in the climate finance strategy for the country, how we are making sure that we are moving towards a greener economy. So for instance, we partner with the companies that are importing or assembling electric vehicles and even electric motorbikes. These are things that we'll be sharing with the public to link our business, not only our profitability, with the impact that our business is having on the community. So, as we say in Kinyarwanda. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CEO.
There was one.
Oh, there's one as well, yes.
Thank you. Many times you want to know our priorities for the remaining months of the year. We have a 3-year strategy which we implement through annual plans. So, except adjustment during the execution following the result achieved monthly, quarterly, our priority remains the same. So we want to accelerate on key priorities already under implementation, mostly digital channels. All our subsidiaries, the bank has a number of products to be launched or to be expanded this year. Our insurance company has started already selling insurance policies through digital channel by phone. I think it started like a few, like a month ago. Now, for third-party motor insurance, you can use your phone to buy insurance or to renew the existing insurance. But we want to expand to other products as well, including comprehensive insurance and the other more sophisticated insurance. The system is under development. We want to do more in agriculture insurance. We are number one, around 51% of market share, but we want to do more because, as you asked in your first question, it's not only a good business for us, but also it has a good impact on the sector development, meaning agriculture, income for farmers, etc. So it really contributes to financial inclusion in the country. We have a company dealing with software development, fintech. They have also a number of projects under development, which need to be closed before the end of the year. So really, we are all busy. Really, we expect to achieve good result in this second half. So when we meet next year, we will present to you what we have achieved for the entire year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CEO. I think it's also important that you highlight that we're very busy. We're at work, so good stuff. Do we have another question? Yes, please. One more.
Muranyihangana ikibazo cy'amatsiko natumwe na bagenzi banjye bakora mu ishami rya siporo bahoze bibaza ko hari amakuru igeze kumvikana ko banki ya Kigali iri mu biganiro ikipe ya Rayon Sport, niba ibyo ari ukuri mwabitubwira kugira ngo bijye umucyo ugihagaragara. Murakoze.
Murakoze kuri icyo kibazo. Banki ya Kigali ni banki y'abanyarwanda bose. Muri gahunda nanjye ni Beka twarebye ukuntu twakwiyegereza abasportif ariko n'abafana. So hari gahunda turi kwigana ntabwo ari Rayon Sport bonyine n'abandi, tureba ukuntu service zacu dushobora kuzegereza abantu bakora sport ariko n'abafana, cyane cyane abafana ko ari bo benshi kandi twe dushaka business nyinshi. Bizabageraho mu gihe kitarambiranye, tubabwira ukuntu dushaka gukorana n'abasportif n'abafana. Hari n'indi gahunda tuganira ku bantu bo muri creative, abahanzi nabo turashaka kubegera ko n'abantu bafite impact nini kuri society yacu. Twarabegereye tuganira nabo, tureba ukuntu ibyo batunenga, ibyo badushakaho. Ubu turashyiraho gahunda yo uburyo tuzakorana n'abahanzi. So byose birimo birakorwa, niyo mpamvu Dr. Uziel avuga ko dufite akazi kenshi. Murakoze.
Wenda ko turi siporo abwira n'ibya Biki Arena, icyo dukora muri siporo general Zaria.
Yeah. So ibikorwa byose bya siporo bijyanye na gahunda ya leta yacu, nka Beka turabishyigikira. Muzi agreement dufitanye na Biki Arena, it's a big sponsorship. No kubaka izo Zaria Courts Stadium na Biki Arena, banki ya Kigali yabigizemo uruhare. Ariko n'ibindi birimo biza biri imbere nabyo tuba dushaka kubiha gutanga inkunga yacu nka Beka, ariko mu buryo natwe tubyungukiramo nka business. So ni ibintu kandi dufite n'abasportif benshi muri Beka. Buriya iyo tukora icyo twita interbank tournament, ubundi tubaba mbere, kandi iriho iraba muri iyi minsi. Ize ko we won't disappoint this time again, ko tuzaba abambere muri discipline zose. Murakoze.
tugahangana. Namwe mugiye mukunda kujya amakipe akomeye. Tuzahura kuri finale.
Murakoze cyane CEO. Twaba dufite ikindi kibazo dushaka kubaza abayobozi bacu. CEO, hari ikibazo cyaje online, I think mu gihe mwarimo kivuga kuri nanjye ni Beka. Hari umuntu wabajije ngo mu gihe muvuga ku mibare y'akazi ka bank ndetse n'uko abakiriya bayihabwa, mwadusobanura uko gahunda ya nanjye ni beka ikomeje gufasha kurushaho kwegera abanyarwanda bose no kuborohereza kubona serivisi za beka.
Ni ikibazo cyiza cyane nk'uko mubizi gahunda ya nanjye ni beka twayitangiye hashize hafi imyaka 2 ariko ni gahunda ndende izakomeza. Muri yo gahunda twashyizeho uburyo bwo gufungura konti n'abantu bari muri diaspora b'abanyarwanda. Iyo umuntu afite indangamuntu y'u Rwanda ashobora gufungura konti atagombye kuza muri banki cyangwa kuza mu Rwanda. Twashyizeho gahunda y'uko abantu bashobora kwegera agents bagafungura konti. Ni uburyo bwo kwiyegereza abaturage bose, abanyarwanda bose, kugira ngo bumve ko aho bagiye hose bashobora kugana beka bakabona serivisi zitandukanye. Hanyuma ubu ngubu nk'uko nabivugaga turiho turaganira na abahanzi, turiho turaganira n'abasportif n'abafana kureba ukuntu banki yakomeza kubegera ibaha serivisi zibabereye. Muri ubwo buryo tubona ko natwe tugenda tugira abakiriya benshi. Ni ibintu bitwungura nka business ifite abakiriya benshi, ariko tubona ko n'abantu batugana babibonamo inyungu kuko tuganira nabo tugashyiraho products zibabereye bashaka, zigatuma nabo biteza imbere. So iyo gahunda irakomeza. Muri iyo gahunda ikoranabuhanga rifite big part kuko ibyinshi urashaka kubikora dukoresheje ikoranabuhanga. Ibintu byo kuza muri branch umuntu akamara isaha ategereje ni ibintu tushaka ko bizaba amateka. Baracyaza cyane cyane iyo wenda bishyura imisoro. Ubu ngubu bari kwishyura school fees, amafaranga y'amashuri. Dufite abantu benshi mu branches, ariko tugenda tubahugura tubereka ukuntu ibyo byose bashobora kubikora bakoresheje ikoranabuhanga uburyo bwihuse kandi bwizewe. So gahunda irakomeza, muzagenda mubyumva mu itangazamakuru tubereka ukuntu gahunda yatanze umusaruro mu buryo bwo kwegereza beka amaserivisi ya banki abaturarwanda bose. Murakoze.
Murakoze cyane CEO Diane komeza kudukangurira no kutubwira ku byiza bya nanjye ni beka. Nanjye ni beka irakomeje, twese uko turi hano ndibaza turi beka. Ubutangira ngo muri press conference nukuza twese n'abanyamakuru tuzareba ukuntu tubegereza na t-shirt tuze turi branded nanjye ni beka. Yes. Hanyuma, before we come now to the close of our press conference, I would like to invite Acting MD for BK Capital, Ivy, to give us, a word before we close off, but also to highlight, I think, on what BK Capital is coming up with. I think everyone here is curious to know. So, from your side, yes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. On the side of BK Capital, we are an investment bank. So our main products are with the investment management wing, Aguka, which I'm sure most of the market knows about. So we've been on a good trajectory from the beginning of the year. Aguka is still doing well, and we've had very good growth with our collaboration with the bank. We will continue to push that collaboration because we are starting to see a lot of benefits of working with the bank to sell our products through the bank, as well as through other channels as well. Because we've seen a big growth of Aguka in this year was from our collaboration with the bank. So, and it was an initiative that kicked off with trying to create more synergies within the group. And that benefit is causing us to even now integrate the product on the bank's channels. So now, very soon, the testing is today. When you get on the bank's app, you can now start investing directly from there into Aguka. But Aguka isn't the only product we have. Aguka is a fixed income fund, but we also have a pensions product called Tekana. And we are also encouraging those who are looking to secure their retirement to look at that in addition to what the state pension provides, because it will never be enough. And it's important that you start looking at retirement regardless of the age that you're in, even as young as you are, to start planning towards your retirement. And Tekana provides that channel for you to save beyond and invest beyond what state pension will provide, which will never be enough for you. So those are the key products we have that are public facing. but we still also have the managed accounts that are private accounts that we also manage. Overall, we manage over 130 billion in assets, and we are looking to grow astronomically over the years and probably even rival the bank soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ivy. I think you really deep dived into what BK Capital is doing and all the innovations. I think I'll have to check my app later to see how to invest with straight from my phone. Thank you very much for that. And so as we come now close to the end of the press conference, I would also like to invite again BK Group CEO, Dr. Uziel, for your closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, colleagues from the media. And once again, thank you for joining us. The next 3 months, we invite you again to update you on the performance of the group. And also, you have a wide audience among our communities. So there's some programs that really can benefit the majority of our people, like BK Capital product. Aguka is an investment fund. You put a small amount, whatever you can afford, and currently the interest rate is over 10%. So it's a good way to invest if you decide to commit a portion of your revenue and you put that revenue into this investment, you see your returns growing. As also she mentioned, we have also a complementary pension. Even if you have an RSSB pension, you can dedicate a portion of your revenue to Tekana to earn additional income in the future when you reach your retirement age. But also it is flexible. Even when you need to withdraw some cash, it is allowed. What is not possible with the national pension scheme. They do, but also they are brokers on the capital market. You can, through them, you can buy and sell shares. So they provide quite interesting products, but probably we need to market this product more aggressively. But we know also we count on the media also to help us in this financial literacy campaign. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CEO. I guess we can now close off and we will see you next time. Thank you.